Do, do, do. Do, 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 do. What's going on? What's going on? Thursday. Thursday. How's everybody doing? Me? I'm doing fine. I'm as fine as frog's hair. Yeah, things are good. So what about y'all? Hi Jabez. Hi Lag. Hi Steven. Long time no see, Steven. How you been? Egg omelets. Do, do, do. Tom's not here, Robin. Fine as frog's hair. That's pretty fine. Yeah, Tom, we need to say a little prayer for Tom this morning and his family. Roberta's father has returned to the cardiac care unit, and so Tom's going to be out the rest of the week for sure. So we might see Monday, I don't know. So, what's going on in the world of reselling? Still kind of puttering around up here. Uh, Roberta, Tom's wife, her father is back in cardiac care unit. So he uh, he said I'll probably be out the rest of the week. Yeah. So I don't know. Things are tough when you get old. Nobody lives forever. And then if you're old like me, you just worry about. You don't worry, I guess. It's going to happen. Everybody's going to die unless Jesus comes back first. And that he hadn't come back in 2,000 years, so I don't know if I should expect Jesus to come back while I'm still alive. That'd be pretty cool, though. Like a week before you die, Jesus just comes back. Everybody goes to heaven or the other place, and it's over. Roberta's father, Sadie. Tom was saying Rose's father is back into the cardiac care unit. So, yeah. So, anyway, what else is going on? We got, so I said, oh, well, I'll do a show. So here I am. Thanks for popping in. I'll put a link in the chat if anybody wants to come in and chat me up. Do, do. No, it's Tom's father-in-law. Do, do. Yeah, I'm looking forward to heaven. How about y'all? Streets of gold and got your little castle and crown waiting on you. Yeah. What auction? There's not another auction for at least a week and a half. I mean, like The auction I use, they do an auction about twice a month. Yeah, the ladders. Oh, I offered 65 bucks for the little set of ladders here in a case, and they took it. So I'll sell the ladders, and then I'll sell the case too. Case is kind of nice. Oh, you're looking at an auction? Your auction that you go to ends every Sunday night. I get probably what percentage of your inventory comes from online auctions? Everybody put a percent down in your sourcing is I've done reselling for 8 years and I have never not had something to list. So Robin says less than 10%. Phil says 0. You don't buy anything from online auctions? I bet at least 70% of what I sell is from online auction. It's just a good, I can, my pickup Monday, I went and got the stuff that I won on Sunday afternoon, and um, I I had 3 great big totes, and then I have a single cab pickup, so the passenger side of the pickup was full. So yeah, and then of course on Thursdays today I've got the rummage sales, so I would say maybe 5% of what I sell comes from the evil Lutherans. The Lutheran Ministries weekly rummage sale. I get about 5% of my inventory from that. And then there's a lot of ways to source that I don't use anymore. I don't go to thrift stores. I don't have to. And the last couple of times I tried going to thrift stores, I may have pulled 1 or 2 items in like an hour of going to them, and I'm like, this isn't worth it. Sure, you can dig out an item or two here and there out of them, but then private picks. Do y'all have like a business card that you hand out and say, "Hey, here we go. Buy, sell, trade. Give me a call." Wherever you go, hand those out. I know that Josh Galt, he probably gets a majority of what he buys from connections. Um, just let people know what you do. Tell them I'm a buyer. Don't have a card, but need to order new cards. I get so many. I don't hand them out as regularly as I probably should, but I know way back, what was it, 8, 9 years ago, Chad Pagel was saying, "Hey, get you some cards made up, and wherever you go, antique store or whatever, put your card up on their board and say, 'Hey, I buy and sell.'" Morning, Ping. How you doing? How you doing? Here, I'll put another link in the chat. I need a co-host because Thom is gone taking care of his wife and father-in-law is sick. So Thom's busy. Busy. Should be no difference between thrift shop. But thrift stores, they just sift through their stuff, at least around here. So there's never anything that I want to buy and sell. Sure, they have some shoes and some clothes, but you know, I can buy like 10 shirts at the rummage sale, bag sale for, well, they have a bag sale and it's I think it's $12 a bag. And I can fit 25 shirts in one of their bags. So I'm like, I don't need thrift stores. Left Lag a voicemail this morning. Lag doesn't give me his phone number, so he must like you better than he does me. Dun, dun. Aha. Hi, Ping.
Good morning.
How are you?
I wasn't planning on coming in, but since you invited me, I decided I would.
Well, good. I
Okay.
like your little blousey blouse with the frilly arms.
Yeah.
You look sassy.
With
You look
with
sexy.
with this hot weather,
Gotta keep
that's what.
cool.
Yeah, that's what I wear to bed to keep cool.
Yeah, get you a t-shirt and a loose blousey thing and you're set to go.
Yep.
Is it
All
hot
right.
out there?
Yes, it is hot, and the house doesn't have air conditioning,
Oof.
but the shed where I am here, it was an add-on to the house. It My hubby back then built a you know how the backyard has a cement pad
Yeah.
under a roof usually.
Hey, Steven.
Good morning.
So he decided to build this shed, and he was using it as a workshop. And then once we got divorced and he left, I turned it into a computer room.
Aha.
And and we cut a hole, and it's got air conditioning in here. So
Good. So, but your main house does not have air conditioning?
no, it does not. And
We
so I
we
don't even
could
go in there anymore, except just to go to the bathroom or to get something.
we couldn't do that here. It gets hot here.
Yeah.
But it's been inordinately cooler this July than it normally is. Usually we're right around 100-degree high every day in July.
Mm,
But
yeah.
today is topping out at like 88 with a chance of rain. And we hardly ever get rain in July.
Mm,
So it's kind of pleasant.
The humidity is bad here.
Yeah, we get humidity some of the time.
yeah.
So,
We don't usually get any humidity.
yeah, you're out there where it never is humid.
Yeah. Visited Florida twice. No, well, 3 times. The first 2 times I was, let's see, first in April and then again in August. And both times it was humid. And I said, I would never live there. I don't see how people can live there. It's so humid, you know?
Yep, Ping's got her pet cricket.
Do you hear him?
Yeah, we've been
Oh,
here. We've been having crickets too.
uh-huh.
And in the crickets.
That should be like a new musical group. Ping for you. Ping and the crickets.
See, what's today? Thursday? Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Okay.
Yeah,
So
Thursday.
Let me get my pills ready.
That's pretty bad when we forget what day of the week it is half the time anymore.
Well, when you're retired, one day's like the next.
I got to the point sometimes I didn't know when night or day.
uh-oh.
I fell asleep one day and I woke up. I said, well, that's 8 o'clock in the morning. I thought next day. I said, that's still 8 o'clock at night.
Hey, I've done that. You know, I can see when you're visiting another state and you get disoriented. But when you're in your own house and you take a nap and you get up and you think it's the next day or at night when it's really morning, etc. Yeah.
I know I have to watch it if I do that because my dad's appeals make sure he never go up and take another dosage or something.
So Sadie's got a frog in his shop now, huh?
I opened my door in my truck one day and a frog jumped out in the door corners.
How do they get up in there? That's weird, isn't it?
Yeah, I said, what the?
I forgot to hit the comments part. There we go.
I need to start my truck up. I ain't started up in probably 2 months. I had one of the battery shut off things. I shut the battery off. I'll run the battery down. But you only can drive one vehicle at a time.
Lag, you asked if I had a basement? No. I think most houses in California do not have basements.
Yeah, because of earthquakes. It wouldn't be good for the foundation home out there.
Yeah. Nobody has a basement here because the land here is basically you get below the topsoil and it's just limestone.
Mm.
We got a basement, but we never use it and stuff. That was the worst thing we ever put in. Well, when Dad was digging it out and stuff, we didn't know there a pond was there. And it used to be an old pond there, and Dad started digging it out and stuff. And all once it hit the spring, and concrete truck was still there. What you gonna do? He's for it and stuff. We finally got the situation fixed, drainage and stuff. But one time we had probably about about 2 or 3 foot of water in the basement. Ugh.
Yeah, Jabus. Sadie should name his frog Jeremiah. Jeremiah was a bullfrog.
He
Was a good friend of mine. Couldn't understand a single word he said, but he helped me drink my wine. Something like that.
Yeah.
Is that how it goes?
I think so.
Joy to the
The
world.
world,
All the
the
boys
and girls.
Joy to the fishes in the deep blue sea. Joy to you and me.
I always like that song.
I came out when I was in high school, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't born.
Who sang that?
Who sings it?
Yeah.
I
Was
don't know.
Clearwater, ain't it? Revival?
Creedence Clearwater? Yeah. He's a toad frog, but he has the attitude of a bullfrog.
Mm-hmm.
Every time it rains here in the summer, I get a frog or two in the swimming pool, and they can't get out.
Mm.
So if I don't catch them swimming around while they're still alive, they die and go into the trap.
Mm.
Ugh. And then they're just nasty to get out. Name the frog Todd. Yeah,
Todd ain't no toad.
that's right. So I sold that big watch yesterday. Woohoo!
Mm.
You send that priority, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. I did priority and signature required and insurance. Insurance was like $12.
You know that better than losing 400, and at least he could get at least 100 and something back, or 200.
I insured it for 800.
Oh, did he? Okay, that's cool.
Yeah, like I shipped it out yesterday. Same day shipping on something like that. You know, if do y'all do that if an order comes in before you're doing your shipping? Do you go ahead and ship today's orders, the morning orders too?
If my mailman didn't run yet, I'd stick it in the mailbox. I mean, my stuff is real, cheapy stuff. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
Yeah, if I get an order before 10 a.m., I'll ship the same day. Because I go to the post office. I don't have them come here. Because they don't pick up my mail until like sometimes 8 p.m.
my mail carrier come around about 11 o'clock or something like that, or 10 o'clock, whenever she feel like it. But I have one of them oversized mailboxes, and I use that a whole lot. I can get like a 12 by 12 box in my mailbox.
Whoa.
You can get a lot of them poly mailers and bubble mailers in it.
Morning, Patrick.
Hi, Patrick.
Benny Hill.
Benny Hill.
Good morning, Tara.
Hey, Tara Jim. I have next day shipping, but we'll ship anymore.
I have 3-day handling time, but I ship it next day, same day or next day.
Yeah, I do too, but it's handy to have 2-day shipping, especially during garage sale season.
Mm-hmm.
So I can go out Friday morning and not have to ship till Monday.
Well, you really didn't have to ship out to Tuesday if you had 2 days, don't you? Yeah.
Right. So, if I ever need to take a day or two when I don't ship, I'm still within my guidelines. But I know John was saying flipping ain't easy. He was saying on his Monday show that he does same day shipping. Like, dang, I don't think I could
But
do
you
that.
have a cutoff time too.
Yeah.
But I haven't seen no difference in my sale. I had 1 day Eastern, then I change it when they're having problems with the post, But I haven't seen no difference in the sales on my end. But I'm not a big seller.
Yeah, if I get to a time when I'm like, I get sick for a couple of days, or we're gonna go. Gwen says we're gonna go visit the boys or something. Load up and go for a day or even two. I like having that 2-day shipping. But
Well,
yeah, I don't know how many sales I lose out on because,
I'll come harass y'all.
yeah. How about you, Tara? Do you have next day or
But for
Sunday?
shipping, no, 2 days. By the time we got other stuff going on, we can't do it. It's too hard. And I got Jim doing other stuff, and I'm doing other stuff. We do 2-day handling.
Yeah, I know you can't say the S word on YouTube, so I'll say easy way out. And I would definitely have to take the easy way out if I had to do like all these big weird shipments next day.
Yeah.
So you can't say it's a shitty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Now I have 1 day handling so I can keep my top rated seller.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've never had it.
We did, and then then it goes away. So I guess F it, we just quit trying.
It wasn't worth
If
it.
you want our shit, buy it. If you don't, then go away.
I don't
I mean,
think
if you can attain it, yeah. I mean, if you can manage it.
Yeah, with the discount and that, if you can, we just never can really hold on to it.
Yeah,
and then
5,000 listings, you have a bad day.
yeah, and then I'll have like we'll have something big to ship that takes more time to ship, or you know, I mean, sometimes we got other life stuff going on. It's just too hard for us to maintain it.
So
Well,
y'all
the other
keep
day-
5,000 items listed?
I think I got like
We got over
5,600 right now.
Yeah,
I'm trying to get it up a little higher.
Wow.
So you never know. I mean, you may have a day you'll sell 3 items. That happens. But I mean, you'll have another day where you sell 50. So I mean, it's kind of hard to make. I'd rather overpromise. I mean, I'd like to, if when I can, I do get it out the next day. But if I can't, at least I have that extra. I'd rather
Underpromise and over
overdeliver.
deliver.
So I try to. But I mean, I do. I mean, yeah. If I could do it, though, I'm not saying it's a bad idea. If I could swing it, I'd do it. But I'm only one person, so. Because she's doing the listings and other stuff. I mean, she can't. It's hard for her.
He's
to
the
help
only
me.
one that ships. I do 99% of the listings. I mean, I don't even know the last time he listed something, and he does 99% of the shipping stuff. So.
I haven't drank in like 10 years, so I don't want to go back.
Oh.
I haven't had a hangover in years, and I love it.
You know, and sometimes we have like regular life stuff, not to make excuses, but you know, Brandon's in football, so we're hauling him around a lot right now. I'm messing around with horses, so I'm gone a lot with that right now, and it's just a lot of stuff.
But again, stress though. I mean, if you can,
do it,
you get
do
discounts
it.
on shipping and stuff like that. You should definitely do it.
Don't be us.
Yeah,
don't be
that's not a good
underachievers.
guy.
Be an
We're not good role
overachiever.
models.
Yeah. Oh.
Happy to see Kentucky represented today.
Okay. Yeah, but I'm a transplant, Steven. I don't think I count. I'm a Yankee girl who moved down here.
Nah, don't matter anymore. I think we all transplant sometimes.
That's true. And sometimes we were all. You know, when I bought this place, we had this old boy. He bought it. He only owned it maybe 4 or 5 months. What he did is he bought it and he logged all the white oak off of it. You know, they sold it to the barrel stave place. Anyway, so this Tim guy, he's walking us around. And he's like, now, he's a real old Kentucky boy. He's like, I'm going to tell you now, you know, when you move down here, there's going to be some people that ain't going to take too kindly to you. And I'm like, okay, take too kindly to me because you were on the wrong side of the war. I'm thinking, the war? What war? The Civil War. I'm thinking, you're still thinking about that? Okay. Anyway.
God.
I mean, I thought it was just because I think he thought we were like some like northern yuppie, you know, from Chicago going to move to the country or whatever. You know, I'm thinking we live in a rural area. We're not from the city. Anyway.
She ain't like California. I mean, I'm sorry, King.
Well, I think he thought we were like from Chicago, like we were helpless babes. And we had this guy down the road here, and he'd come over here, and I think he was trying to pitch himself to be like a handyman for us. And we were like, no, we do that stuff ourselves. You know, no, we do that stuff ourselves. Like, I think he really thought we were like city folks that couldn't do anything, helpless.
I mean, and I'm not body shaming or anything, but he's like 300 pounds. He's got this huge gut. He's got his shirt open. He's wearing a flannel shirt with no sleeves on. Big hairy chest.
No offense to anybody who wears flannel shirts with no sleeves.
He's got a Buddha belly sticking out, and he almost like he needs help getting out of his pickup truck. I'm thinking, I'm going to hire you for what?
Yeah, he kind of lived back in the sticks. He called himself, his nickname was Walking Tall, because he carried around this hickory stick with him that if he had to hit somebody with,
I can just see a bunch of little kids running around circles around him laughing at him while he's trying to swing that shit.
So, when we moved in, we had a some more insulation blown into the attic, and you see that hole up there?
Yeah.
That guy weighed like 350 pounds. I don't know how he got through that. That's like
Did you have to grease the?
Yeah,
did you have to grease it with margarine around the edges?
I mean,
no, real butter.
No.
It's got to be real butter.
He had to reach down and grab his belly and scrunch it up on each side 2 or 3 times to get up in there,
Oh
and
boy.
then the same thing coming back down. I said, "How do you do that?" He said, "I don't know. I just do it."
Well, when you got everything, it's kind of like, they say like a mouse or a snake, if its head will fit through, it can get through a space because it can just move its body. Well, because it's soft, you can move it around and shit.
Who needs Weight Watchers? I could just spin small. Yeah, no, I don't think
If
so.
your head and shoulders fit, you can get through it because the rest of it you can swish around.
Oh man, good lord. Well, I'm 230, so I ain't too far behind.
Oh.
I can still get out of my pickup truck.
Yeah, Lag's making fun of my internet cable.
What? Ain't nothing wrong with your Ethernet cable.
Yeah, I could have drilled a hole in the ceiling, make it look, or
Oh, there you go.
run it down behind the
Oh, good.
sheetrock, but
Yeah, you're getting
nah,
redneck looking.
nah. I'm good.
You should have handed him a drill while he's up there and say, "Hey, buddy."
Well, I think Todd's lived in the house probably before there was internet.
Oh, okay.
Have you lived in that house a long time, haven't you, Todd?
Yeah, well, we had internet, but it came through the phone lines for a long time.
Termites ate up the outhouse.
Now he poops in the pool.
Oh, come on. Okay. There might be a kid watching or something.
Oh, no kids are watching this show. If they did, their parents would shut it off.
Oh boy.
Yeah, shapeshifter, right, Shannon?
Yeah, there you go.
I don't know how he did it. Plus, it was
Oh, that's
hot
what I
up.
want to be called because I'm pudgy. I'm not pudgy. I'm a shapeshifter. I'm a shapeshifter.
I'm a Spanx shifter. Double Spanx it.
I have a shape round.
Yeah, I'm a shape. It's called round.
I'm in shape because round's a shape. Oh man, yeah, it's no fun not eating. I'll say that.
Yeah, it was so hot up there. I bet that guy lost 15 pounds of sweat.
Oh yeah, I can imagine.
That was my first job.
In the insulation.
Blowing insulation. That would have been a good job until you're like 35, and then you're going, I don't want to do this anymore.
Well, down where you're at, that's probably about as bad as Florida, huh? Other than you might be a little not as humid. I can tell you, like Jim went down to Florida to fix some stuff on his parents' roof or attic. Yeah, by like 10:30, you couldn't be up there. Of course, it was like August, but.
Yeah, I was walking around. I almost stepped off the roof twice. And I'm like, I got to get off this roof. It was just getting too hot. And I go back in around 6 because it just gets, now you got the heat of the day. You can go a little ways in the sunshine in the morning because it ain't really, but everything else now is heated up in the afternoon. Yeah, 4 o'clock, even though the sun's starting to get lower in the sky, I mean, it's just still hot as blazes.
Yeah.
But my first job when I was a kid, my mom found me a job with this guy who insulated houses, mainly attics, with roll insulation, roll fiberglass. I was 11 years old. He'd send me down in those little crevices down at the edge of the roof because I could get in there, and he was too big to get in those spaces.
Oh, he couldn't shapeshift it?
Yeah, he couldn't shapeshift it. He was hard around. He looked like one of those roly-poly dolls. He was like a marble. But anyway.
Weeble wobble?
Yeah. So anyway, but I'd come home and you didn't wear masks or nothing, and I come home and it was either pink or it was yellow insulation, depending on what they got for that job. And I remember being in the shower coughing it up, and I could tell what insulation I was using my color when I was coughing up. I did that I did that 2 summers, and then I found my own job. I said, "Mom, I found a different job." Tell that guy I quit. It was $2 an hour though. It's good money.
No.
Yeah, I got an attic fan. It runs on solar.
Oh, that's cool.
It's got the top of the fan has a solar panel on it.
Cool.
It's so quiet. I don't even know it's running.
See, you're going. That's good, Todd. You're going green.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, boy.
We got one of a big solar outlights, and that worked pretty good in the summertime. But wintertime, where we had it, you don't get much sun, and
Oh
It
yeah.
didn't stay on long enough, really.
Oh my god, we saw that stupid strawberry shortcake though.
Yeah, I don't even with that fan. I stick a thermometer up through that hole and leave it for a little bit. Pull it down. When it's 100 degrees outside, it's at least 120 in the attic.
Oof.
Yeah.
Hot enough to bake a guy's brains.
Yeah.
Try egg.
Yeah. I had this thing, like I didn't know this was a thing, but down here it was like WKYT or whatever. The news show, they had this thing when it was real hot down here. What was that, like 10 days ago, Steven? But they're like,
Yeah.
oh, you can make lasagna in your mailbox. Put a pan of lasagna in your mailbox and it cooks it.
Yeah, I wonder what the carrier thinks when he's shoving your letters in
Yeah, we should put your letters
tomato
on
sauce.
He thinks it's
lasagna.
Christmas in July. Thanks.
Yeah, I'll tell you, be taking that lasagna
Yeah.
with me.
Delicious. Most people leave me a bottle of booze, but yeah, I'll take lasagna.
One good thing about not been hot lately, we ain't been mow our grass as much.
I know, but I do have to mow mine. I have been slacking on it.
I had to. I sprayed some weed killer this year, and I don't know. I finally killed it all.
Yeah, now if it hits 85,
It's been
like you
dry here, so I think that's really helped with the grass not growing. Because really, honest, we probably need some rain.
But we'll get one of these cold snaps now where it's like 85 and you're like, oh, I need a sweatshirt.
No, I don't think that.
I'm not even going to open up the car windows or use the air conditioning. It feels cool. When I go outside and it's 85, it does feel cool for outside. Because you used to open up the door and get that blast of heat.
So anyway, tell us a story, Jim.
Oh God. Well, they gotta come spontaneous. It's hard to tell them on the spot.
Oh yeah.
You gotta get like on a subject, and then it just comes natural.
Yeah.
Once upon a time when I got thrown out of a
Not
bar.
Oh, one time I got. Oh, he's had a. I think you about heard all those stories. He's not as wild as he used to be. You don't get thrown
Yeah, I
out of
haven't
bars.
had any new.
We don't
that
really
was
have
one
any
of-
bars around here. Do you have bars up by you, Steven?
Yeah, our county just went wet.
Oh.
And,
Oh, no.
well, about 2 or 3 years ago, they was afraid of not having it because we have a lot of churches around here. So it
Yeah.
finally went that way. So we have carryouts and stuff, not really no bars.
Mm.
Yeah, you don't want wet because next
Well-
thing you know, they're gonna open up a pool hall.
Like to go to, we don't really have any bars here in our town. I would have to go like over to Bardstown, which would be like, 30, 35 minutes. And then you have like more stuff like bars and stuff like that.
Well, my grandpa kept it wet all the way up to the 70s. He was a bootlegger.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
There you go.
Jabez wants an Evinrude story, Jim.
I don't know if we have an Evinrude story.
Evinrude story.
They have just a generalized outboard or snowmobile.
Like Ralph the Evinrude kidnapping? Yeah, that was an old story. Did they ever catch? Oh, did that kid make it or did that kid killed?
What are you talking about?
Ralph Evinrude's, I think it was his grandson, got kidnapped.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
The outboard motor guy?
Yep.
Oh.
Well, yeah, you're gonna go with somebody who's got money.
Hmm.
That's step one in kidnapping. You make sure the family's got some money.
It helps.
You don't want to get paid like parsnips or something.
Unless you're the Charles Lindbergh baby. It didn't work out too good for him. Did they ever find him or was he dead?
Yeah, Lindbergh baby did make it.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I was kidnapped, Gwen would say, "Don't bring him back."
And I'll pay you not to bring him back.
I just keep the money.
When one of our dogs doesn't come back or something like that, they always eventually show up. But if one of them takes off for a little while, it's like, yeah. What if somebody picked him up? I'm like, yeah, they just bring him right back. Our dogs are
Well, if you're
terrible.
like a real reseller, I guess, if you had a family member kidnapped and they said, I want $100,000, and you'd be like, well, there's not enough meat on the bone. Could you do like 25,000?
No, or can I pay in old bicycles? What about Beanie Babies and video cassettes?
I got these Black Diamond Disney tapes. They're worth a lot of money.
We got piles of stuff. If it's worth less than $5, we got a lot of it. So,
You make any major buys lately?
I got a bunch of horse collectibles I'm listing right now. A bunch of like, it's a lady that in a specific breed of horses was pretty famous. So I went and I bought some of her stuff. So I've been listing that stuff right now.
One of our auctions closed down. He's gotten too bad a health. So
Yeah.
something else.
when you get too old?
Yeah, health problems, yeah.
Yeah, health problems and stuff.
Harder. I mean, we got a couple that have live yet, but I mean they're getting harder, fewer and far between. I mean, it seems like everybody around here is, switching over to that online high bid.
Unless they're selling the house with it.
Yeah.
And in that one I'm looking at, the prices go too high to make any money.
Yeah, well, I suppose that's probably why they're switching to online, because you probably got a little better buyer base there, because you can sit in the comfort of your home and go watch this auction go on.
For a week.
Yeah, that's pretty nice when you can just sit on the computer in your underwear and you bid on stuff. You're not.
Yeah. You're not out like here in the summer when it's super hot, you'll have people like it's too hot to stand out here. So you'll have crowds will fade. But yeah, with this online stuff, it is affecting it.
If we would go to an auction, we would have the advantage of we'd bring a box truck. We'd dedicate the whole day to it. We didn't have to be nowhere. And we didn't bid early when the stuff was going too high, so we didn't blow through our money. So that's at the end of the auction when you have the advantage is when the people have got their car loaded, they've bought so much stuff they can't haul no more, so they're limited on space. They have a nephew's graduation or a grandpa's funeral or some other thing interfering with their auction schedule, and they bid too early. They were buying the stuff when the auction first started, when the stuff was going too high, and they ran themselves out of money. So that's the three things at the end of a live auction. That's where you can really clean up. If you have plenty of space, plenty of time, plenty of money, you can really clean up. But these online auctions, that's not the case. It don't work that way.
Are you dropping off? Penguin's falling asleep.
Yeah.
I thought maybe she was really looking at something.
For a second.
So. It's just stories that did it. Yeah, I thought during Jim's story.
Oh, yeah.
I thought you were meditating.
It's just the stuff ain't been there anymore. I mean, it's not around here. Ain't been no good stuff come up on auctions and nothing.
Yeah.
Lifestyles are changing. People are living in smaller houses. You don't have a lot of accumulators or collectors. I mean, that breed is getting less and less. Where you can you're not hitting these big.
Well, and you think about like people's age, like demographic. Like Jim's like 59 and I'm 51. I will say like there's some stuff I keep, but some of the stuff that we like 10 years ago or 20 years ago, no, I like that. I want to keep it. Now we're like, why are we keeping this stuff? Brandon's not into it. Let's sell it and cash out of it because I just don't have the space to dedicate to it or want to take care of it or all this kind of stuff. So we might as well just cash out of it and enjoy the money.
I'll probably sell about 95% of my stuff out of my home I don't use.
Yeah.
And we need customers that want to accumulate, and that's getting harder to find.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to see people moving into high efficiency apartments and that because then they don't have any room to buy shit.
Yeah, and pay off those credit cards so you're not maxed out, so you can buy.
We need a clientele like Todd up there selling $800 watches here.
Yeah, well, I will say probably but stuff like that, because if you're selling like gold and that will always have like value. I think about something like I'm not saying there isn't some that are worth money, like model trains. The model train market is a lot different than it was 20 years ago. I mean, 20 years ago, they were all selling for like a lot of money. Now they're not selling for nearly as much money as they used to sell. But you also have a demographic of people that used to play with Lionel trains are dying off. Because I'm 51. I didn't play with trains when I was a kid. You did a little bit because your dad had trains, but
Yeah, now you buy Microsoft Train Simulator, and you can drive any train you want. There's a whole bunch of different trains you can drive.
and you don't
or you're
have
sitting in
to,
the locomotive.
and you don't have to commit this space to a
Right.
huge layout.
There's no tracks to pick up or anything.
Yeah.
You just
Yeah.
shut the computer off and walk away.
Sadie Pink can always blame snoring on the cricket.
And I'm not a clothes seller. I can hardly sell clothes. I just can't get into them.
Yeah, I mean, I got a little bit of everything listed, so I have some clothes listed, but I mean, I've gotten pretty fussy, and there's people probably, you know, if you're a clothing seller and you know like brands and stuff like that, it probably does help. I just don't sell that much.
Yeah, but Tar, you're a historian.
Oh yeah, I know.
Tar's an equine historian.
I was at an auction, so I'll buy a lot of these like breed books and stuff like this at like these horse auctions and that when they come up. So I buy this 2 lots of stuff. This guy goes, "Oh, you're a horse historian." I'm like, and then I had a pickup like last week up by Louisville. This horse lady's estate. She had a lot of these bound edition magazines from I'd say like 1947 through 65. Anyway, she goes, "Oh, are you putting these in a personal library?" I'm thinking, yeah, I'm putting 800 pounds of books in my personal library. Yeah. Anyway.
Our library is at one shelf. It's small and it's in our bathroom.
Yeah, from our local auction lately, I've been getting a lot of stuff that is getting outdated. You know what I'm saying? It's
Yeah.
like, for example, like this Motorola two-way radio.
Oh, that will sell. That will.
Well, I mean, it was used by a fire department or something like that, you know.
Mm.
But there's been so many newer models come out that a lot of this stuff is getting hard to sell. But
Yeah.
And they block a lot of their channels anymore on them scanners and stuff.
huh?
They block all of them channels anymore sometimes. You
They
can't
do?
listen like you used to on some of them.
You'll probably have some prepper that's waiting for the U.S. to get invaded when they're running around in the woods. They can use their old, outdated Motorola walkie-talkies.
Well, I'm assuming the radios you're talking about are those like those FM ones that fire off. They key a repeater. It's like the police use.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, the problem with that is you need to be able to access that repeater. There's yes, they're getting into licensing. The equipment's obsolete. So I mean, mainly if you can get your hands on the replacement crystals for the frequency crystals, those are worth more. Those you do well on.
Oh, okay.
But the actual radios themselves, yeah, we had a bunch of those. Well, my dad's real estate company used to use them. I had like 20 of those radios, and we sold them here and there. I think a bunch of them though we just wound up donating when we moved. It was just
Up in Wisconsin.
it wasn't a real hot seller.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that, of course,
They weren't worth us hauling with them, I guess.
yeah.
Some of the video cams and cameras are just so outdated now that
Yeah.
those are hard to sell. But usually they're cheap.
Yeah.
You just have to figure out what the younger, hipper generation is into, and then you'll make money.
I never
Yeah.
was hip.
Yeah.
Also bought a bunch of leather working supplies.
Oh, that should do all right because you have enough people that make belts or
Yeah.
tack or stuff like that.
These are zippers.
Oh,
I don't know
I
what
don't
you
know.
use
Would you grab me
zippers
another
for.
one of these Waterloos, please? Thank you.
That and I don't know, leather belt blanks.
Oh yeah, I mean, if you're somebody that does that, I would think there's some value there. Did you get any of the stamps or anything?
Yeah, I got. Let's see. These are alphabet set.
Mm-hmm.
What else did I get? Let's see. Got a little thing to put your tools in. 2 or 3 of those.
Todd gonna sport his name on his belt pretty soon.
Yeah.
Here's another
I got-
alphabet set.
There you go.
Oof, all the padding is turned to mush. But anyway, like,
That's
is
cool.
that a W or is that an M?
Maybe it's interchangeable.
You gonna sell that in one lot?
Well, I'll sell the one alphabet set for sure by itself. Let's see, what was this? Wow, the original price was $250.
Mm.
You know that old. Let's be back in the 70s or 60s.
Yeah, so this set has different stuff. Some what is that? It looks like an armadillo. Let's see, there's a menorah. I don't know what cowboy would put a menorah on his cowboy belt, but
The Jewish cowboy? I don't know. Is it really a menorah? Show it once.
Yeah,
looks like it. I don't know.
Is it a
like a
rainbow?
rainbow.
Maybe it's
It looks like a rainbow.
Oh, okay.
Wouldn't a menorah, because it's a candlestick, have like the stand part? It looks like
Yeah.
a rainbow.
So
Taste the rainbow,
I thought
Todd.
maybe it was a menorah because it was right here by this cross.
But this one's from town.
Oh, that's all right. It's wet.
And then there's the Jesus dove.
Oh yeah, peace.
And there's a ictus sign, whatever.
Oh yeah, the Jesus
The
fish.
Jesus fish.
I didn't know what it was called. I just call it the Jesus fish.
There's a deer head. You know, different stuff. There's a
For
basketball.
leather work.
Don't you hit them with a hammer?
Yeah,
That's what I thought when you
I
pressed
think
them in.
you like wet down the leather and then you hit it with a hammer.
I thought
None of
you
this
had
sounds
to-
hippie like a leather Jesus fish.
Leather Jesus fish belt.
You're definitely hippie.
Todd thought there was a menorah, but I think it was a rainbow he was holding upside down.
Oh,
I thought went rainbow, but
And it when you said you thought it was a menorah, reminded me of that. Remember that there was a movie, The Jewish Hammer? What was it called?
Hebrew hammer.
The Hebrew Hammer. It reminded me of
Hebrew
that.
Hammer.
But I've never seen a movie called The Hebrew Hippie, but that would be interesting.
There's another. Whoops, they all fell out.
Uh-oh.
There's
more
another letter set. Oh no! X fell off the desk. Anyway, what else exciting is going on?
Well, we
See,
live
how
pretty
much was
boring
this?
lives.
What the hell do they call that family? Remember those dolls in the 70s? There were that family, is Sunshine Family or something? They had like this crappy like camper on the back of their truck. It was little girls would play with them. It was like a doll set.
Yeah.
And they had like the stuff, their projects was all this leather crafting. My sister had it. They had a whole thing where you could take out the belts.
Well, your
It's
sister's
supposed to be-
older than me.
It's supposed to be like they're traveling the country selling belts.
So
and
they're
stuff.
they're a doll set based on hippies traveling
It was
the
called
country
the Sunshine
making-
Family. I'm not
making
kidding. I'm not
belts.
making this
Oh,
up.
boy.
Hobble on Ginsburg. That's a good one.
Oh boy.
Oh wow! I ran the barcode scan on this letter set, and let's see.
Oh, nice.
$45. Nice. I think I gave like 30 for all the leather stuff.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah, but you could use that stuff. I'm sure it's got value.
Yeah, I mean, how do you wear out something made out of steel?
Hmm.
Probably.
By the time you made that many belts, you don't care anymore. Because that's to put your name on the back of your belt.
Yeah.
You know, the redneck girl?
Redneck girl wears
She's
her
got
name on the back of her
name's
belt.
on the back of her belt.
Yeah.
I got a belt here. It's real redneck looking. I got to list it. It's a black tooled belt with eagles on it, and then the lady's name is Penny on the back.
She's wearing a belt like that.
I think it's red. Is it redneck girl or redneck woman?
No, it's Redneck Woman's Gretchen Wilson.
Oh.
Redneck Girl is the Somebody Brothers or something.
So you got the post thing. You stick the letter on it like that. Pretty cool.
He's got to find him a redneck girl. The whole song's about him searching for one.
Turned it off.
Oh, we lose Todd.
Oh, geez.
He's alphabetizing his letters.
Yeah, he got so distracted with his letter stamp kit that he left us.
I don't know anymore. I just felt like a weird year this year. I don't know what it's me. It's still weird.
Everything's weird.
Well, I'm
I was gonna
slowly
say I'd
taking-
have it be a real weird year for me to call it
Did
weird.
Joe ever came live yet and announced to the country he's stepping down?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. He
Okay.
did I didn't listen to it, but he did a speech last night that he was, I think they're saying Kamala is going to be the Democrat nominee now.
Yeah. It's all a stage.
I found it interesting that everybody in the rest of the country pronounces her name Kamala. But here in California, it's Kamala.
Yeah, I know. And I know, like, Jim just told me it's like Kamala, but it seems like it's wrong when I say it like that. I don't know.
Oh, no.
Or maybe because she was a politician from that state for so long that, people pronounced it right.
Kamala. How do you say it?
It's camel, like the animal, like Camelot.
Yeah, it's Kamala.
Maybe because, like, a lot of different like, I'm from the Midwest, so I want to say that K like a hard K, where you're making it more like a C sound, like Kamala. But I want to say that hard K like Kamala.
Yeah, when we first moved here, we tell people, yeah, we just came down from Louisville, and people would be like, ugh.
See, I'll call it Louisville.
Yeah, everybody here calls it Louisville.
But
up north, everybody, when people look at my map, everybody calls it Louisville, and it's like, when you say Louisville and Kentucky, the locals look at you like, what the heck is the matter with you?
I never said it like that because I showed Saddlebreds, and when you show Saddlebreds, everybody goes, "I'm going to Louisville."
Well, I didn't know any better. Yeah, I call it Louisville, and people look at me like, what? Like you say a Louisville Slugger. I never say a Louisville Slugger, but you should. Or like Lebanon is pronounced Lebanon.
Oh.
And Versailles is pronounced Versailles.
Yeah, Versailles. Yep.
Oh.
And when you got a bedroom suite,
this one drives me nuts.
Furniture. When you got a suite of furniture, they call it a suit.
A bedroom suit.
And if you call it suite, they're like, "What are you talking about?" Or what's the other one? I'd rather, if you wouldn't. Oh, how they say?
I don't care to.
I don't. If you say, "Hey, do you want to go to town?" They go, "Oh, I don't care to."
To me, that means you don't want to.
I don't care to means, yeah, that sounds good to me.
But it's more like, oh, I don't mind. Like, oh yeah, that's fine. We
to learn a lot.
Yeah. We don't talk.
They still know we're not from here though, right away.
Yeah. They can tell right away.
They're getting nicer though. They like understand it better that we're something.
Yeah,
wrong.
you're getting different generations now.
Yeah.
They just treat us like we're special.
Well, I'll say I went with my friend, not as the crow flies, a couple of miles from my house to go. She wanted to buy this manure spreader, so me and Jim went with her to help her load it up. Anyway, the people, they're from Michigan. So I can tell you in this area, at least of the state I'm in, we have all these northern transplants moving in.
We didn't, the guy
and he's like, I was looking for anywhere from south of Louisville to Chattanooga, Tennessee. I mean, that's a huge swath. So it isn't like they came here specifically because they wanted to live in Taylor County, Kentucky. They're just looking for a piece of property that will fit in this swath.
And it's Tara, myself, and the lady that she goes and rides at her barn. The one that she rides at her barn's from here. So she immediately said, "Where are you from?" I'm like, "What?" Because I don't even recognize because the guy's talking like, well, if he's from Michigan.
He's talking like us.
He's talking normal. So I don't think nothing of it. Right away, she's like, "Where are you from?" He goes, "Oh, Michigan." I'm like, "Oh wow, I wouldn't have thought of that." Oh, okay, because of the accent.
And I wouldn't even say this lady, she's born in Kentucky. I mean, her mom is from Illinois, but I wouldn't say she has a thick Kentucky accent, would you?
No, but you can pick up right away if you're not a
Yeah,
local.
I guess.
Some people thought I'm from Alabama sometimes. I don't know why.
There's a lot of folks I talk like at the store or something. They'll be talking to me. I just smile and nod.
I don't
I
understand.
have no
what
idea
they're
what the
saying.
heck they're saying.
Yeah.
Saboteur. What's a saboteur?
I just found out I've been mispronounced.
Sabatier?
Oh, Sabatier? What is? I don't know
It's
what that.
this word.
I don't know
What does
that
that
word.
mean?
That word's not in one of our 9 books in the bathroom.
Do you eat sweet
I gotta
corn?
Google
Yeah.
that.
Is that a city?
I don't know.
I'm Googling it right now. What is Sabatier?
Oh, knives.
Oh, knives. Okay.
It's a knife?
I don't doubt your veracity, but I don't know what that word means.
Yeah, how do you pronounce it?
From France. It's got to be Sabatier.
Yeah, it looks like, yeah,
Like the Earth's
Kinda-
first soft drink. Yeah.
Kind of like
Rhymes
it's
with
not,
Perrier
it's not Cartier.
or
It's
Cartier. There you go.
Cartier.
Sabat.
Sabatier? Hmm.
Well, Sabat is blood, or blood? Is it bloody?
I don't know. You spoke
No.
French.
Or Sabat Sabbath? Sabat, Singlat, Sabat.
The Sabbat, like a
Sabat is
saber.
Sabbath. Okay, and then because if you say Sabbath, bloody Sabbath, Sabat, Singlat, Sabbats. Well, we're going to French camp, and everybody was doing banners for the French camp bus. So we did. That's a Black Sabbath album. It's Sabbath, bloody Sabbath. So he put this banner on the bus, and the French teacher made us take it down.
Was your camp name French Kiss?
Oh.
It was in Bemidji. I don't know what the name of it was. Yeah, there was 2 girls brought some reefer, and these other girls were trying to make toilet liquor out of ginger ale and yeast
Ugh.
and sugar. Yeah, they stuck up the bus driver. Was he mad? I mean, that it smelled like a icky bakery or something back
Did
there.
you drink it?
No, the bottles exploded. They
Oh.
couldn't take the pressure. Yeah. Then the other girl's like, if you guys want to bring booze, why don't you just bring vodka in a shampoo bottle? What are you, stupid?
Why would you take good vodka and stick it in a shampoo bottle?
She could
Right.
stick it in because they check through all your
I mean,
stuff.
do you really think how much you're gonna wash a shampoo bottle and get all the soap residue out of it?
I don't know.
You'll get the diarrhea if you drink soap.
I bet it would. From the way that ginger ale stuff smelled, I bet it would have
Oh
tasted
yeah.
better than that.
Oh, these girls are a blast. They like to get drunk and party, but they get the poops because they put their vodka in shampoo bottles.
That's why
They get the diarrhea real fast.
you only had 2
Every day the same girls make two girls in a cup.
Well, the reason I took French was you had 2 class choices. They didn't have Spanish, so it was either German or French. And all the guys took German, and all the girls took French. I'm like, well, I don't want to hang out with all these guys taking German. I'm going to take French with all the girls. I was like, there's only like 3 guys in the French class.
Oh, you just want to talk a little French to the little girls, don't you?
Darn right. It's all about geography.
Geography.
Oh, now we know Mr. Sadie's actually from the Tennessee mountains.
Uh-oh.
He must be one of those transplants too. His kinfolk come down out the mountains and move to Missouri.
He's got an uncle
Oh,
named
Hellfire.
Jed.
Maybe Mr. Sadie's is Elvis.
He's got a cousin named Jethro.
Hellfire
wonder how
and some
Mr.
bitch.
How does Mr. Sadie say Missouri? Does he say it Missouri or Missouri?
I said
Yeah,
Missouri.
It's Missouri here.
Is it really?
Yep.
See, I'm from Wisconsin, so it's Missouri.
We always called it misery.
Yeah. Yeah, we call it Missouri.
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 Yeah.
Ooh, Todd, you're like Josie Wales.
Yep.
Yeah, Texas. Was it
I
Josie
remember-
Wales from? Or,
No, Josie Wales from Arkansas, or was he
Oh.
in Missouri? But he's on the border there somewhere. Remember?
oh, that's right,
And
because
his
they're
wife
fighting
gets
across the
killed.
border. Yeah,
He's with that-
Alabama.
what are they-
Jayhawkers or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know whatever side. Which
Oh,
side?
Mr. Sadie says it Missouri. Missouri Mule.
I've heard that kicks like a Missouri mule.
Hmm. Isn't that like a cocktail, Missouri Mule?
I think
Probably.
isn't that like a Moscow Mule? I don't
Oh,
know about
Moscow
Missouri
Mule.
Mule. But I think there is a Moscow Mule. I don't know, Todd. We don't drink anymore. We don't get to go have any fun anymore.
Workers are fun.
Yeah, we get to work.
Shoveling horse shit is fun for y'all.
Yeah.
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 Get that big sense of accomplishment. That's all the fun
Yeah.
I need.
You go get a workout.
Mucking stalls.
Yeah. Picking apples.
Who needs a jet ski when you got a wheelbarrow?
I like those videos of people riding wheelbarrows and just smashing themselves up.
I don't think I've seen those.
I remember there's a picture of Dad and Mom. The day they got married, they made my dad put my mom in a wheelbarrow and roll her down the center of Main Street. It was kind of like, tying stuff onto the back of a car and painting it up, just married. That
Uh-huh. Was
the
that like
thing.
some kind of Southwest tradition?
I don't know.
Because aren't you from Oklahoma?
Dad and Mom are. I was born there, but we moved out when I was a baby.
Oh, so you grew up in Texas. I thought you grew up in
Right.
Oklahoma and moved to Texas.
It's like being born in eastern Minnesota and then being raised in western Wisconsin. There ain't much difference.
That's true.
I mean, Oklahoma's probably a little cooler because maybe
But
not
I
though,
will
'cause
tell
you
you
got
the
the
thing
ocean
about
in Texas.
Wisconsin. There's a huge difference from if you grew up in Milwaukee area and then went and lived in
true
western
that.
Wisconsin. It is a lot different, and even like their accent is different in different parts of Wisconsin.
Yeah, I never
like
wanted
that.
anything to do with Milwaukee or Madison. I didn't want anything to do with anything south of Wausau, honestly.
Yeah, but you get that eastern corridor. They actually have like a little different accent. Like Nikki's got that real like Minnesota accent, which is different than like me. I'm like have more of that Milwaukee accent. It's funny how that you get that just in a state you'll have different accents.
And I don't like the fact there are state things where like cows and cheese and stuff. I'm like, we don't have no cows and cheese here. There's all those. It's just that little southern part of Wisconsin where you got all that agriculture.
Well, I mean it's halfway up the state. You'd have to go all the way to Wausau.
Yeah,
It's
already by
halfway.
Wausau though, like, it's not very good. Their agriculture ain't as good.
Okay.
All right. Well, I got to pack this show up and
All right.
ready
Todd's
to
had
go.
enough.
torment the Lutherans.
Oh, I just thought of a really good story.
Oh, well, go ahead and tell your
No,
story.
Oh, he's being a smart
I'm
ass.
busting your
Ignore him.
chops. No, I'm
Ignore him.
kidding.
He's being
I'm
smart.
goofing you.
Well,
Wrap
thanks
her
for
up,
coming
Todd.
on. Yeah, it was going to be kind of a crappy show.
No, Jim was born in Chicago. He's not a cheesehead. He's a transplant too.
Yeah, without y'all coming in, I appreciate
Yeah,
it.
well, like I say, we were in the top of the state, so there was no cheese where I'm from. All we had was sand, pine trees, and liquor.
Yep. All right, let Todd wrap it up.
All right.
Yeah. Oh, Paul. Yeah, you guys in merry old England, y'all talk funny. Anyway, all right, we're gonna shut it down. Y'all come back tomorrow morning because I'll do a show tomorrow morning too.
Come back now, you hear?
All right, y'all come
All right.
back now. You hear?
Y'all come back now, you hear?
Now
Great.
tomorrow you should open the show by saying howdy.
Like Megan
gotta wear
Pearl,
that
I gotta
hat.
get that hat with a price tag hanging off it.
There you go.
All right, bye.
Bye.
Bye.